Welcome back everybody. If you're new here, hit that notification bell to stay updated, although probably won't matter because thanks to YouTube, you probably won't get notified either way. So just as predicted, Solo has bombed, big time. Not long after the initial fan backlash coming out of The Last Jedi, rumors started to appear that Disney was well aware and ready for Solo, a Star Wars story, to bomb. Back then, people who hated The Last Jedi were immediately on board with this rumor, and people who liked Rian Johnson's subversion of expectations were of the mindset that this was nothing but lies, secrets and lies. A bunch of angry fanboys wishing the next Star Wars movie will fail because their headcanon was not met. So I have not seen Solo yet, not because I'm boycotting the movie, but because I haven't had the time and my interest has waned somewhat after The Last Jedi. I will go see it eventually, and I've heard mixed reviews. Some say it was surprisingly good and others claim it has pacing issues and adds nothing to the Star Wars mythos. Well, with a $250 million budget, Solo, a Star Wars story will lose somewhere between $50 to $80 million, which will make it the first Star Wars movie to lose money ever, something we all would have thought was impossible not too long ago. A Star Wars movie lose money? What? You could put a lightsaber on a bicycle for 2 hours and it would make money. And no, I don't think review bombing and Russian bots are to blame for people not going to the theater and giving their hard-earned money over so that Kathleen Kennedy and her posse can drink $500 martinis and shift the blame over to angry fans who live in their mum's basement. Hey, people who live in their mum's basements have feelings too. So damage control much? What's to blame for Solo doing so poorly? Let's take a look at what the experts think. Over at slashfilm.com we have this article. Analysts blame poor marketing for Solo box office failure. While Last Jedi received critical acclaim, 91% Rotten Tomatoes rating, it received a mixed reaction from audiences, as some thought it was too much of a revisionist take on Star Wars. However, if the franchise was able to survive Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, we have a hard time believing Last Jedi could have done that much damage. With The Last Jedi having come out just 5 months ago, some have speculated that Solo was too soon of a follow-up. If this were the case, though, one would think Marvel would be having even bigger problems, with 4 Marvel-branded films having come out in the last 6 months. Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, and Deadpool 2. Clearly, that hasn't been the case. Some reports have focused on the changeovers in directors and extensive reshoots that Solo went through. However, while widely reported in the trade press, this is still very much an inside baseball thing that we think audiences at large were only dimly aware of. Disney's marketing department, in our opinion, had one job: sell audiences on Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo, who we thought did a creditable job in the movie with very tough shoes to fill. The teaser, by our count, only had about 10 seconds of screen time where Ehrenreich's face was clearly in the picture. Not, in our opinion, nearly enough. In general, we felt like Solo marketing campaign didn't get fully up to speed until about a month before the movie came out, and that is simply too short of a window for a big franchise picture. Well, there's some truth to that, but maybe because Disney was spending most of their time defending The Last Jedi instead of focusing on Solo, and The Last Jedi split the fanbase, Solo had no chance. You can't take a franchise where so many people are that heavily invested and turn it on its head. If you want to experiment, make new characters and new stories. Taking already well-established characters with over 30 years of history behind them and changing them to fit today's political discourse just shows you're not confident enough in your message. You're piggybacking off of characters who are already popular to shoehorn a message in no one really wants in Star Wars. If I remember correctly, in one of the recent novels it was hinted that Admiral Holdo was pansexual. So her character didn't exactly hit it off with the fan base, and now they're doubling down and Lando is pansexual. Really? Who cares? Why is it that important? Why has Star Wars become the front lawn of a college campus? Look, I don't know. I don't feel like the franchise is in a healthy place at the moment. People are very passionate about the whole thing on both sides, which just shows the franchise means so much for so many. Now, if you think Kathleen Kennedy will be getting the axe after Solo's failure, I don't think so. Not yet anyway. Solo bombing is just the first step. At the end of the day, $50 million is a spit in the ocean for Disney, and while they won't be happy about it, Kennedy and co will probably use the excuse that the message they are trying to push is too important, and of course there will be backlash from those that they consider to be closed-minded and not open to new ideas. The final nail in the coffin will be if episode 9 bombs, and that all depends on what J.J. Abrams does with it. I would not like to be in his shoes, but if I were, I would retcon the shit out of what Rian Johnson did, but that's wishful thinking. No way Kennedy lets him do that. I still think Colin Trevorrow was fired for complaining about where Rian Johnson was taking the franchise. So there you have it, peoples. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts down below. Thanks for dropping by and for your continued support, and don't forget to like, share, sub and all of that good stuff, and until next time, see ya!